Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak. Welcome back. Well, this week we're doing a mix and match Valentine's series. I went and grabbed a bunch of my stamp sets and paper, and we're going to make some Valentines all week. So go ahead, grab your crafting supplies and follow along each day, because I'm sure you'll find something here that'll be inspiring. And today we are going to create a simple card. So who likes simple stamping? We're going to craft a beautiful basic Valentine's Day card, perfect for those who adore the classic red for Valentine's Day. We're going to use the Country Bouquet Stamps and Punch with Sweet Sorbet as the color palette, featuring outlined images of flowers and hearts from Petal Park. Well, the hearts are from Country Bouquet and the outlined flowers are going to be from the Petal Park set. So get ready for a sweet and straightforward creation, and you're going to love this Valentine's Day card. So let's bring in the supplies. We have Sweet Sorbet as our base, and that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I have an inside piece of white, a front piece of white. Those are 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have a Sweet Sorbet piece for the front, another layer, and a layer of white. That's our stamping piece. And a couple of scraps for the sentiment and for the heart, and one of the pretty designer series paper for inside our card. So let's do some stamping first. And don't forget, you can go back to my blog after the video, and you'll have a project sheet there with all the sizes and the supplies that I used. So let's bring in the Petal Park leaf stamp. So this is a lined image. Let me show it to you on the stamp set. It's this one right here. And we're going to stamp in Sweet Sorbet. It's a pretty big stamp, so I like to take the ink pad to the stamp. Okay, so I stamped it a little bit on an angle, and I stamped it with the 1 sprig at the top and the 2 sprigs at the bottom. Now I'm going to bring in the flowers, and these are the lined flowers, and they go a certain way. The big flower goes right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and center it. And that's our lined image. Isn't that pretty? But it's not as pretty as it's going to be, so hang on. Let me bring in this scrap. And I'm going to bring in the lined heart, this heart right here, that stamp from Country Bouquet. And we're just going to go ahead and stamp on a scrap. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp at the bottom, because that'll be, when I put this in my punch, it'll be in the perfect position to punch out. I love that lined heart because it's like a little thicker on one side. It's really pretty. Then I have a little piece here of white, and we're going to stamp our sentiment, and we're using Happy Valentine's Day. And I stamp that in Sweet Sorbet. And then I'm just going to bring in my paper snips and just cut it on an angle. Then I have another little scrap here of the Sweet Sorbet. And now I'm going to put this in and punch out a couple of hearts. I'm going to glue the 2 white pieces to the Sweet Sorbet. So I have the big piece here and then the smaller piece. So I'm always curious to know who's watching me. So go ahead and say hi. Tell us where you're from. Tell us if you're a new stamper or a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Either way, we're happy you're here. Happy you found me. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up with dimensions. And I'm going to bring our 2 scraps in. And these are 2 3/4 long, and the width doesn't really matter. It just has to be at least a half, well, about 3/4 of an inch, so we can slide it behind our focal point here. We're going to glue those down right there. I use this paper because it has the lines in it, kind of like I got a lined theme going here. I thought that would be pretty on this card. Okay, so that's what our card's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and glue these hearts down and pop up the sentiment. You know what? I'm going to pop up the hearts. Now the sentiment, I'm only going to pop up this side and I'll glue this side so it'll be even. Okay, so that's the front of our card. Very classic, pretty, and all that red, or sweet sorbet. So let's do the inside. I think I am going to leave it blank. I'm going to glue it in there, but I am going to go ahead and put that pretty designer series paper right at the bottom. Okay, so that's your second card. Now I want you to keep in mind something. This layout could be used, same flower stamping, different colors, different sentiment, happy birthday, and it'd be a perfect card for a birthday. And then inside we have our pretty designer series paper there. So I hope you liked today's card. Let me know, leave me some love, leave me some comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be shy, stamp and shout.